Como se dice red? Nice. We're going to talk about this. Not necessarily this, but the sequel product from Harman, Red, and how it's basically this, but flipped. Unlike other people on the internet, I was not like super stoked about the prospect of a new red scale film from Harman. Part of me is thinking, it's kind of cool, like they're releasing a new product. But the other part of me is like a little more cynical, a little bit more realistic, and realizing that this isn't really a new product. It is just a new variation of the exact same product that they've only released the one time. Very similar to, let's release Harman Phoenix in 120 and make a big deal about it. Harman Red is just Phoenix but backwards. I'd venture to guess their next product will probably be Harman Red in 120, and that will be a big release. And then maybe next year they'll release Harman Phoenix, but like upside down. Because I was sent in 2 rolls of Harman Phoenix for free by a member of the channel, I thought I would take this opportunity to make my own Harman Red. And what I've done is loaded Harman Phoenix into this canister, but backwards. And you can tell because this like sickly green color is actually the emulsion side. I'll be shooting it through the back as Harman Red is shot. So we'll be doing that. Should be a fun time. Now, the camera that I'm using for this, given it some thought, and we're going to rock out with the Nikon F2, backwards and upside down. But before we do that, I need to cut a better film lead in here, because you can see I kind of ripped it out of the roll. Something like that. Premier craftsmanship right here, guys. I'm telling you, this is stuff that you will not find elsewhere. So we will load the film. I will put my phone that's recording the audio on the camera that's recording the video. Goes into here. Is this the dumbest idea that I've had on this channel? It's certainly up there. But I assure you, stick around because I have way worse ideas coming in the future. So cool. Now we have our very own self-branded Bronco X Ilford Harman Red film in the Nikon F2. We're going to go give this a shot and we'll go from there. Go over the results. I think it goes without saying, but these turned out like shit. Before we get into the actual review of these images, I want to give a quick shout out, 1,000 blessings to my buddy John for helping develop and scan these and make them like actually viewable. I could not have done it without him. So thank you very much, John. Check him out on Instagram. He's been posting a lot of stuff lately. Fantastic work as always. Check him out. Now the photos themselves, I don't really hate as much as I thought I would initially. There is a blue hinted elephant in the room, which would be the very clear and obvious fingerprints from yours truly as I was trying to transfer the film from one cartridge back into the other. I tend to perspire quite a lot, just generally speaking. I'm a big guy, okay? I just perspire. So you can see the evidence of that everywhere. My fingerprints are all over this. It's like a CSI show going on in these photos. But I will say the detail when there's enough light is actually not bad. Definitely falls off in the shadows quite a bit. There's this 4-pack of images of a flower down the hill from here that I took at different exposures. Did I make a note No, I did not. I just kind of took a bunch of shots. But I rated this at, I think, 160 ASA. I kind of prefer this look to Harmon Phoenix, which is not something I was kind of thinking I would be saying or something I think I'd be feeling. But I think that the results are better than my Harmon Phoenix and 35mm results. There's a little bit more consistency shot per shot. It's bad shot per shot, but it is consistent. It's something that, like, I feel like you could kind of dial in a little bit more, as opposed to Phoenix, where frame to frame feels very whatever, you know. It's just kind of, this seems like, okay, I kind of know what we're playing with here, as opposed to the other one where I feel like I'm being blindfolded and then thrown into a room and then being like hit with like a wet pool noodle by like a clown or something. You don't know when it's going to happen. You don't know it's a clown hitting you. It could be a mime. It could be a priest. You don't know. That's what shooting Harmon Phoenix feels like. This feels more like I'm in Blade Runner 2049 in Las Vegas. That's the kind of look we're going for. It has this like really pungent aesthetic and vibe. There are two shots in here that I'm very confused by because they're just green. Just green. It's just, we went from cool, edgy, aesthetic Blade Runner to Shrek's ass crack in the swamp. I don't know what happened there. Not really a big fan of that, but two shots, not too bad. This also kind of reminds me of a film that I don't think anyone remembers, but Adox was going to be releasing a new color film. It was going to be like a 3-speed red scale film. And they only released a few sample images of that. And they kind of remind me of this in a way, just in how they look and the general smoothness. There's something about this that I really do enjoy quite a bit. These aren't great photos. This isn't something I'd hang on my wall. But there's a certain aesthetic to it. There's a vibe to it. I will say I was genuinely pleasantly surprised with the results of the images. Will I be shooting this again? Probably not. I think that there's better things to spend your time and money on. I don't know what the takeaway is from this point, but if you feel so inclined to pick up some Harmon Red, that's probably what it's going to look like thereabouts. If you don't want to, if this video deterred you from that purchasing decision, you're welcome. I wouldn't recommend it personally, unless like this is something you really want, like you want that look, you want the inconsistency, then gun-ho, have fun, God bless you, wish you the best. Film's expensive though. Shooting film is expensive. It might be worth it spending it on just more consistent stuff. So that's all. Thank you very much for watching. Appreciate it as always. Make sure to like the video if you enjoy it. Subscribe to the channel so I can continue doing really dumb shit like this. Appreciate it, and I will catch you on the next one.